Hello wadau, it has been a while since we did our last video. It's 2024 and Happy New Year. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Brian and this is Tim Brian. If you are new to my YouTube, I highly recommend you kindly subscribe and like this video. On to this video, I'm going to talk about the issues concerning passports. Of late, I have been receiving comments on my inbox. Some guys asking, Brian, please, I have been going through this challenge of applying a passport, but I have a lot of cases. My passport either got lost, got mutilated. My passport is for replacements, but I don't know the procedure to go through. Kindly, will you mind to assist me? And I decided that I cannot assist one. I will just make a video showing the exact procedures to go through in order to generate your first or your passport in case you are a first time application or you have the case issues with lost. I know that this video would make you come out of that challenge. So immediately, without wasting a lot of time, let me jump into the video. Now, immediately after doing my introduction, I'm gonna start with the word passports. Passport, when we talk about passport, this is a document issued to the Kenyan citizen by the Directorate of Immigration Services, and it's valid for a maximum period of 10 years to enable them to travel abroad. So this is a document. When we talk of a passport, this is a document issued by the Directorate of Immigration, and it varies. In Kenya, it varied for 10 years. In other countries, I don't know, but in Kenya, it varied for 10 years, so that it can enable you to get enough time to prepare and travel abroad. Now, I'm going to talk of types of passports. I know that's where the many of people get confused. Here now today, I'm with the information. When I'm talking types of passport, we have 6 documents. Now I'm not talking of passports. Now we have 6 documents that can enable you to access to travel from one country to another. Number 1, we have ordinary passport. Number 2, we have diplomatic passport. Number 3, we have mutilated passport. Number 4, we have lost passports. Number 5, we have certificate of identity, and that applies for foreigners. And number 6, we have temporary permit. In ordinary passport, we have 3 series: Series A, Series B, and Series C. In Series A, we have 34 pages that goes for 4,550 Kenyan shillings. In Series B, we have 50 pages that goes for 6,050 Kenyan shillings. In Series C, we have 66 pages that goes for 7,550. That is all about ordinary passport. Let me talk of diplomatic passport. Under diplomatic passport, these are priced for officials only, and it goes for 7,550. Let me talk of mutilated passport. This is the third type of passport. Mutilated passport, this is when we talk of the cases of damaged passports. Either your passport got burnt, then or either got damaged either through inserting it in water or inserting in kerosene, petrol, and it got damaged. To get it, you have to to prepare with 10,050 Kenyan shillings. We have lost passports. For the lost passport, you have to have 12,050 shillings, Kenyan shillings. Then we have certificate of identity. This is what I said applies for foreigners. For certificate of identity, it goes for 3,050 Kenyan shillings. Then we have temporary permit. For temporary permit, it goes for 350 Kenyan shillings. Now, after all that, I'm going to talk of requirement for new applicants. If you are a first-time applicant, you want to get a passport for the first time ever since, and you don't know the requirements. Now here, I'm going to give you the requirements. Now, these are the requirements for you to get the first passport for the first time. Number one, you should have the DAL field application form 19 and 2 payment infos. This is a form. After doing application, there's a form that is supposed to be downloaded. Then you print it with 2 payment infos. Secondly, you must have original birth certificate and its copy, because when you are going for the biometric, you have to present your original ID with the copy. So they took the copy, you remain with your original ID. Number 3, we have what we call original birth certificate and the copy. You must have that one. Number 4, we have parents' ID copies. If your parents are alive, you can take their copies, and during the time of biometric, you can go with parents' ID copies. And then one, you should have the copy of recommended ID. Recommended ID can be your relative, can be your friend, but you should have his or her ID copy to represent it during the biometric day. Then we have what we call payment of prescribed fee. Here now is when you are doing the payment. Either you want that 4 pages, either you want 50 pages, either you want 66 pages. Depending with your choice, you are supposed to pay the prescribed fee to the government in order to access the documents for you to have a successful biometric capture. Then now, let me talk of the requirement for the replacement of a lost passport. When you want to replace your passport, number 1, you must have the application form with the 2 payment invoice. And remember, the payment invoice comes out from the fee, the prescribed fee. So when you are doing the replacement of the passport, number 1, you should have the form 19 downloaded and printed with the 2 payment invoice. Secondly, original national ID and their copy. Then you should have the previous passport copy. If possible, you should have it. The previous passport copy, you have a photo of your previous passport. Number 4, you should have your payment. That's what I have talked about. You should have the prescribed fee for the passport to be replaced. That is a must. Then let me talk of requirements for mutilated passports. Here now, in mutilated passport, here now we are talking of the damaged passport. I explained what's damaged, and I'm sure you are aware of it. When your passport got damaged, number 1, you should have what we call the application form 19 with the 2 payment invoice. Number 2, you should have your original national ID and the copy. Number 3, you should have your previous passport and its copy. If possible, it got damaged, then you present your passport with the copy so that it can act like as a witness. Number four, we have what we call payment of the prescribed fee. Here, for the case of mutilated passport, whether it's 34 pages, whether it's 50 pages, whether it's 66 pages, you must pay what we call 10,050 shillings. Then next, you should have personal statement explaining circumstances for the damage. You should explain yourself what happened until the passport got damaged. Then lastly, you should have a sworn affidavit to support the above statement. You should have an affidavit supporting that your passport was damaged because of this, and this, now, and now, and now. Okay, now let's jump to another statement. The requirements for lost passport. Now here we are talking of a lost passport. When your passport got lost, that is another case. And you should be aware that when it got lost, you should either report to the police for the same. Number one, you should have an application form 19 with two payment infos. Number two, original ID copy, ID card and its copy. Number three, personal statement explaining circumstances for the lost. You should have the explanation, a story where you have explained what happened, how, and at what circumstances this passport got lost. Then you should have what we call sworn affidavit to support the above statement. You should have an affidavit that supports that really your passport got lost because of this and that. Let me talk of police abstract for the loss of passport. That's what I said about reporting to the police. Then after reporting, the police will issue you a police abstract that you will present during biometric capture at the immigration center. Then you should have payment, copy of lost passport database if available. If you took a picture of your data, your names, your location, as it was indicated in the passport, if you have that picture somewhere, you should present it at the biometric capture center for the same. Then you should have a payment for the prescribed. When I talk of prescribed fee for the lost case, here I mean what we call 12,050 Kenyan shillings. You must have 12,050 for you to get the passport that got lost. Now let me talk of requirements for the change of names. That's where most people ask, how? I want to change my names in my passport. I got married and my husband want me to use his surname at my passport. Now here, if you want to change your name, listen to me. If you want to change your passport names, either you want to be called na, your husband, na, your husband, na, your husband. Then number one, you should present written explanation for change of names addressed to the passport control officer. Are you getting me? I'm saying you should represent a written explanation for change of names. Why? For example, why are you changing? Na. This one, na. You explain yourself for the same. Number two, you should have attached supportive documents. Marriage certificate showing that these people are in a marriage custody and the passport should be changed because of the owner of the passport got into marriage and want to use his husband's name as a surname. That's what's required. I think those two requirements can enable you to access the change of the passport names. Now here, I want to talk of the last. I'm doing now finalizing. I want to talk of application steps for passports. Most of you don't know where the passport are applied or where to apply a passport. A passport, number one, to apply for a passport, number one, you should have register for a citizen account. Number two, you should fill online application. That's what I said. You fill the documents, then the 19 documents with two invoice, then you print them. Then you should have scan and upload the required documents during the application. Then you should pay the prescribed fee. Then book appointment. After paying the prescribed fee, you will be given automatically to book the appointment. The system will automatically generate the booking icons after paying. Then you should print the application form and the two payment invoice. But then attach the copies of required documents. After printing the documents of application and the invoice, you attach them. Then you submit, and during the biometric appointment dates, that's when you will be required to represent the document at any immigration centers. Now let me talk of submission and biometric capture. Submission, you understand, is the process of submitting a document to a certain office, then it gets submitted to another office, it gets delivered office to office for the process. And the biometric capture is, you understand, is the process of taking your fingers at the immigration center. We have various stations in Kenya where biometric capture takes place. The biometric centers are as follows. In Nairobi, it takes place at Nyayo House, ground floor. In Mombasa, it takes place at Uhuru Nakazi, Mombasa. At Kisumu, it takes place at New PCS office in Kisumu. At Embu, it takes place at Embu PCS office. In Nakuru, it takes place at Regional Commissioners PLG Nakuru. In Kisii, it takes at County Commissioner Building. In Eldoret, it takes at Public Workers Building. Now, those are the immigration centers you should visit for biometric capture. Even when checking for your passport, if it's out, you can go to those immigration centers and check for the same. Now, let me talk of applicants in diaspora. If you are in diaspora, you can apply at London, United Kingdom, Washington, that is DC, United States of America, Bahrain, that's Germany, Pretoria, that is South Africa. Then we talk of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Then we talk of Paris, that is France. That's for those who are in diaspora and they want to do their applications. Then the last thing I want to talk about is steps for local delivery. Of late, they have been using poster for delivery. When your passport is ready, you get a message from a poster. You click the link, it rolls, you fill your details, you pay the delivery fee through poster, then it gets delivered to your nearest post of rate. So these are the steps. Applicant receives a notification via SMS with instruction on how to collect. Then click on the link and follow the instruction to collect your passport. That's the procedure we have been using before Mr. Kindiki introduced another method of collecting it from immigration center. Now, I think with that information, at least I have helped somebody somewhere. So, if you are new to my YouTube country, I highly recommend you to subscribe, like, and if possible, share this video. So, one of your friends out there is having issue with these processes I have gone through. So you can share out there and encourage your friends to apply. A passport is like an ID. Agents can open. Agents of going abroad. Then you are requested for the passport. Then you want to accept that you don't have it. Sometimes you can miss that chance. So my advice is apply for a passport. Even if it will take even 10 months. Nowadays it take even 2 years because of I heard that there is lack of booklets. But apply for a passport. You never know. Let me wish you a nice moment. Enjoy.